Hey guys, welcome to another episode here at Vern's Valley. I hope you guys are having a fantastic Wednesday. Today we are breaking down a severe weather event taking place across Iowa, southern Minnesota, and Nebraska tomorrow afternoon. There is a slight risk of tornadoes. This event's more of a significant hail threat with a cold front coming in, really making those cooler temperatures aloft come in and mix with everything. So with that being said, we will jump into the HRRR model and kind of float with the NAM as well, kind of get a jump all over to see what the models are seeing. I am actually chasing tomorrow, so I'm still deciding whether I should go to Nebraska or stay around here and pray for a miracle. So with that being said, guys, we will jump into the HRRR model. Alright guys, we will be using the HRRR and, like I said, the NAM 3 kilometer and the NAM as well to kind of get a little grain of salt, I guess, from each model, just to see what they both say and compare them all. So again, this is the HRRR. This is the most recent update. There's an update coming at 2 p.m., but I want to make this video right now, right meow, right? You know what I'm saying? So, okay, we'll get into it. So this right now is forecasted for Thursday at 18Z according to this model, right? So then we got to do the whole subtract hours, all that goofy stuff, right? So this is actually for 1 p.m. tomorrow, right? So as I come across here, you guys can see there's already a pool of 60-degree dew points, 61 in the Redwood Falls area, guys. Now, I'm not sure if you know, but the greater the dew points typically means the stronger the storms. Now, in my instance, I go for tornadoes, so the greater the dew points, the lower the cloud bases are, and the greater probability of a spin up. So, already at 1 p.m., guys, there's already an abundant moisture tomorrow in Minnesota. And right here, you can see the low pressure system coming across. Now, there's actually two low pressure systems with this storm system, I should say. So there's a low pressure system in Minnesota, and then there is another triple point or low pressure system setting up in Nebraska. So as you can see off in eastern Nebraska, it's just almost 60 degrees, dew point 57. But as you can see, as you go to the south, those southerly winds are starting to crank in the upper humidity values. So, and as we progressively go on here, we can click, we'll go to 21Z, which is about 4 p.m. You can see that pool of 60-degree moisture, this pool of dew points actually grows and expands. So it's about 64 dew point. We'll actually click on this and give us a sounding to see what the atmosphere is doing. As you can see, 63 for a dew point and 68 for a temperature. The LCL is actually where the cloud base is, where the clouds condense, and that's where the base of the storm is. So lower, the better for tornadoes. Probable hazard size, the sounding has just marginally severe. There's not that much of a rotation in the atmosphere from the 0 to 3 kilometer. So as of right now, obviously just some very, very convecting thunderstorms with some hail. That's, like I said, the main threat for tomorrow. Let's see here, 64 for dew point. We'll actually scroll over. We'll see what the composite reflectivity is showing. Look at that. So this is for 4 p.m. Already showing that line of storms firing off to the north. That is just north of Mankato. This is what, probably Nicollet, Gaylord area, Hutchinson, Silver Lake, even up into what is that? Probably Howard Lake area, the Wright County area, and then the cities and eastward into Wisconsin. So as we get on, we'll actually go to 7 p.m. This is 6 p.m. here, and those storms start to be more discrete. You can see this on the southern flank becomes a little bit more defined. This one out in front of it could be a little bit more severe since it's in front of that line, sucking up more of that moisture and more of that energy in the atmosphere. We want to keep an eye on these over here, these little singular cells. We can actually click and get a sounding here, see what it comes up with. Yeah, look at that. 85 degrees and a 55 degree dew point. So we want that spread to be closer, within 10 degrees, if not less, for some very robust thunderstorms. So as you can see here, these will be elevated thunderstorms, meaning the cloud base is too high in the atmosphere to really cause any tornadic activity. So you can still get really beautiful storms out of this, very photogenic supercells. So you can see here where my mouse, this is actually the wind with height. So up here you can see, if you follow the red line, this is the wind carrying the cloud. So basically this is the anvil signifying that, you know, these will be a supercell structure, not meaning that there will be tornadoes of that sort, but so well, actually we'll go to 7 p.m. a little bit further. As you can see, that whole line decides to fire that cold front coming in. We'll actually go to the temperature wind barb, see if it'll indicate that. Yeah, look at that cold front right there. So pretty good indicator, guys, if you do or don't know. If the winds come from the south, and then obviously they switch, come from the north, right where that switch is, that's where the cold front or a front would be. In this case, it is a cold front. So all those storms fire along the cold front. We could actually take a look at the dew points here, and you can see the pool or the pockets of 65-degree dew points along those storms. Like I said, there ain't really much rotation from the 0 to 3 kilometer, basically from the surface to the middle or lower parts of the atmosphere. Again, beautiful storm structure. There's enough rotation, quote unquote, to make the moisture go up, and the winds at the 8 kilometer are really cranking from the westerlies. So like I said, they'll give you some pretty good supercell structure. But with the cold front, guys, this will be a pretty good instability for tomorrow. These will be pretty good storms, pretty good lightning, very large hail up to 2 inches. I think that's hen egg. Forgive me, I could be wrong, but greater than egg size hail for tomorrow. And then some heavy downpours. It looks to storm pretty good, but specifically for Mankato area, this is why I've been kind of, I don't know, wanting to stay home, because look at this right here. You have the south wind coming in right along that right along that cold front, and you have that tornado. Just enough spin from the 0 to 3 kilometer. As you can see over here, these surface winds are coming from the south, and then as you go up in the atmosphere, they crank to the west. So just enough rotation in the atmosphere as that cold front comes in to maybe do a brief spin up. But it's very, I wouldn't say unlikely, because it's never, you know what I'm saying? So there could be a spin up. So this is why I've been really honing in on models, seeing where I should go. Should I stay home? Because I know exactly what's going to happen. I've had it happen before, where I go down to where I want to go, and there's a tornado warning back at home. So that's it for the HRRR, guys. It's going to be stormy. Looks to storm around our area tomorrow around, let's see here, 8, 9 o'clock, right after sunset, or right at sunset, depending on the timing. So with that being said, we'll jump over to the NAM, which is, the NAM is okay. It's just, I wouldn't say as accurate. People have their own different strokes for different folks, right? Some people use the HRRR and say it's more reliable. Some people use the NAM 3 kilometer and say it's more reliable. But who knows? That's why we look at all of them, right? So we'll go back to 19Z. This is 2 p.m. Look at that, nothing. Nothing for composite reflectivity. No storms brewing. But as you can see, there's already that pocket of dew points in the 60s already in eastern Nebraska at 1 p.m. And there's still a strong cap. So as you can see where this red line comes out, this is the capping inversion. This is where the temperature is very warmer than it is down here, and that air parcel can no longer rise. It's stuck in that lid on the pot on the stove, right? And as soon as you release that lid, all that steam goes up. So basically the lid on the pot is the cap, right? As you can see here, the low pressure system is right here. This is the triple point. This is where it all comes together, your greatest probability of a tornado. And look at that, it's 59 over 68. That's a 9 degree spread between the dew point and the temperature. And that's what we'd like to see. And there is enough rotation of the atmosphere. So who knows? We will skip forward to magic hour though, and this is 6 p.m. Yeah, look at that. That nice pocket of 60s. 66 degrees right on the Nebraska, Kansas. Look at that beautiful sounding, guys. 0 to 3 kilometers. This is why I might go down here. I agree with the NAM 3 kilometer on this. Beautiful sounding. This is why I think eastern Nebraska might be a better target for tomorrow. We'll actually click on this one and see what it says. Marginally severe. This also has very good sounding as well, just not as much cape and not as much juice in the atmosphere to make as robust updrafts. So this is 7 p.m. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. This is, you can tell where the storm initiates right here. This is where everything comes together. We'll click on this and get another sounding for 7 p.m. And very, very good sounding. So guys, I'm not really sure where I'm going tomorrow, but I am going somewhere. Whether that be eastern Nebraska, Iowa, southern Minnesota, I'm going out. But then look at this. This is the significant tornado parameters, and this is southeastern Nebraska. PDS Tor. I think I might be going there. So that's the Tor. Let's see what it does for reflectivity, guys. Yeah, it does show a rotating updraft here, a helicity updraft, just in the in the middle, south central Nebraska, guys. So, and as that storm advances east, you know, it is capturing all that instability, that unstable air. So, with that being said, guys, between the HRRR and the NAM 3 kilometer, we'll just have to pay close attention. Like I said, the next update for the HRRR comes out at 2, and then between 2, so it comes out at 2, and then by 3 p.m., all 48 hours of that model are available to view. So at 3 p.m., we'll do another check-in, see what the HRRR update comes with, and then at 6 p.m., the NAM 3 kilometer updates. So as we progressively get closer, we will monitor the models. And if they continue to uptrend and still hold for maybe a surface-based supercell right away tomorrow at magic hour, we'll be on the road tomorrow morning. So my plan tomorrow is to actually do like a first episode of Chase Day. I like to show people how I do it, where I go, how I kind of evaluate things, and kind of what I do, so kind of people maybe can get a jump start on their storm chasing career. So again, I hope you guys like what you watched. Leave a comment. Until we will see you tomorrow, hopefully, and hopefully we will capture some storms and get some good videos and good photos. So I hope you guys have a good rest of your week, and enjoy and stay safe out there.